Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased. Now, if you saw Tuesday's episode, it was my very first ever sneaker event. We'll put a little montage right here. But the other half of my Sydney trip, well, I had to go in the city, right? So what are you looking forward to see at the sneaker event?
Whatever I can find, really. Just give me an interesting day.
Okay. Well, we're hoping the Argons are here right now.
Yeah.
I think they should be. I'm hoping to see something even more. Like Saturdays, they always got random drops, so they don't announce it, they're just here.
Hopefully something exciting shows up.
Find out. Just in there.
Yeah, right. This is it. Yeah, right.
I've already got 2 pairs. Store first cop. Starfish. Old mate's leaving the same time as we.
Alright.
What do you reckon? I like the aged look. The brown with the sail midsole kind of gives it like it's been sitting there for 20 years.
Yeah, the bright orange is a nice contrast in all the other colours I have.
Let's go to the city. So, first store down, Supply. It's always my first point of contact, especially on a Saturday. They usually have some random drops. Straight away, my guy Adam picked up the Starfish joints. They are a women's colorway, but the quality's so good. I almost bought it myself. I just let him do it. He initially was looking at the Noctas and then just didn't like them on feet and went for the Starfish joints. So, man, like, the quality on them is nuts. They're one, let's be honest, I don't need any more ones. I got plenty. I've probably got, I want to say 2 or 3 pairs that I haven't worn yet, right? Maybe even more. I have basically said until the Lost and Found joints come out, I don't need any more ones, so we'll see if I hold to that, because I usually don't. But from there, we head into the city. Starting to rain again. What happened to mostly cloudy? Actually, they are too. These look crazy. I don't like 5s that much. I don't like 5 lows, but they look crazy. See the toothbrush. Crazy with the splits, eh? Going nuts over New Balance, but not this model. I go nuts over this model. we did my usual loop, George Street, Subtype, Culture Kings, Pitt Street Mall, InQ. There wasn't really that much about at all. There was like a shooting thing going on at Culture Kings, and you needed like 2 people to be able to shoot, and it just seemed like nobody could shoot because the points put up by the staff wasn't even that much. But like, to be honest, we all saw how my shooting was in the sneaker event video. But this was like free throw. Free throw is a little bit easier than 3-pointers, so I don't know. In Subtype, they had a bunch of stuff I'd never seen or had just come out. Some Jordan 5 lows in that women's, I don't even know what the colorway is called. It's kind of like a camo style, but not. I actually really like them. I don't know. I don't think I will buy them, but you never know. Is it a 12? I think it's a 12. They had a 12 there. They had a bunch of different stuff, and I'd only been there Tuesday that week, so Tuesday to Saturday they had a bit more stuff, but yeah, it was cool to see. The craziest joints that I saw were the MX Scorpions at InQ, INCU. We still haven't worked out which one it is, but I actually tried them on. I should have filmed it. They're really narrow because they don't have a proper lacing. It's just kind of an aesthetic type thing, but incredibly comfortable and give you about that much in height. So look, if you need it, you need it. But $350, I want to say they are. They're probably a little bit too expensive for what they are. I don't think they're gonna sell, so I'm gonna wait till they go on sale. That's my plan. If they don't go on sale, I don't need them. But JD, it was cool seeing the Shaq Attacks back in stock. Obviously, one of the last times I was at that JD was when Shaq was there for all of 5 minutes and met about 10 people of the 200 plus that were lined up. But you know, it is what it is. That was obviously in conjunction with launching Shaq and Reebok coming back to Australia, so they're cool. I think the materials are completely different to what I remember, even from the last retro, but they're cool. I probably don't need them, but to be fair, what I almost picked up was that really good quality New Balance 574. The colorway was really super nice. I probably don't need any more 574s. I think I got about 4 or 5 pairs, but they were really nice. And you know, if I see them and I ain't bought a pair in a while and I just find myself itching like that, you never know. So after JD, we went to the sneaker event. Throw a little more montage in here. I still hadn't bought a pair. I was hoping to find another pair of Fire Red 3s. Now I could have bought a pair at Supply. I could have, but didn't. I was hoping when I went to Supply they had the Argons. They had the Argons in a size 9, but not my size, right? So I left them. And then I was just hoping when I'm about I'd find something crazy. Righto, we haven't found anything, let's just see if we find another pair of Fire Red 3s. Went to Above the Clouds. I've never been there before. I shopped on there, I've won raffles on there, I've never actually been there. We got there just as they were about to close, but they let us have a look around anyway. I did not. Very fancy. And it was really dope. The whole aesthetic of the place, like proper boutique, you know what I mean? Got to see those blue and green Air Max joints, come close to those, but thought I'd leave them. We went to Foot Locker Town Hall. I ain't been there in ages. Usually I don't go that far into the city, but they're open till 9 PM, so we come back later. Why not? round 2 in the city. See if we can make a purchase. I've never understood this 11. Them Jordan 11 low SE joints, you know, with the weird cage on the side. I don't know, I've never really liked them. I believe they're a lighter weight version, I don't know, but maybe it's got more support, I don't know. I've never liked them, but that colorway's not bad, it's just, I've never liked them. Same with those like weird Air Force One fusions that they're doing. I know it's an anniversary year for the Air Force One. I think they're fucking this up. I don't know. The Wu-Tang slides, I'm definitely never touching them. It is what it is. It's never gonna happen. Literally have Wu-Tang tatted on my wrist, but them slides are just not it. The MX 97s though were really nice, good quality. I don't know. I come close to that. I was still hoping for something a little bit more exciting, but I may just get them because I mess with the MX 97s. So from there isn't too many stores left open. Pitt Street JD we've already been to, so all the other joints that are open we've already been to. So we're like, alright, let's go to Soulmate. I showed my mate Adam Soulmate, you know, crazy pairs in there. I'm talking to one of the dudes in there that I don't think I've ever seen him working there before, but you know, we're having a good chat and back and forth on sneakers, which is cool. That's what I like when I go into sneaker stores. Obviously finding a pair for a good price also helps, but having those conversations is cool too. And then like randomly we went to Daiso, and then like my man had to go to the toilet, and then when I was waiting for him I went somewhere else. He went looking for me, and then as I was looking for him I see this sneaker store called The Parks, and he was already in there looking for me, and the place is insane. Okay, so from what I take, they're quite new because they only had an Instagram, they didn't have a website, and the girls there didn't really know much pricing and everything like that. It all seemed very new, and I've never noticed the place before, so it could be very new. But when I say they had every hype sneaker there, like everything, they had like, and such a small store, but they cram it all in. Like, they utilized the space well. You know, they had everything from, you know, Grateful Dead's, Yeezys, Jordans, like Dunks, everything, Soleil, Bembury, Crocs, like everything. And then I randomly come across this cage, and I'm like, oh man, there's the purple, there's the blue lobsters, there's the red lobsters, they got the yellow lobsters, and then I see this like fragment dunk in a Chicago, and I'm like, wait, I don't ever remember a Chicago in a fragment dunk. So I start googling it and everything, thinking, they're fucking fake. No, it's something, I think it's called the Fragment Dunk City Pack. So one is one color, one is the other one, which is the Chicago, and they go for stupid money. Then I start looking a little bit closer, and there's Freddy Krueger joints in there, there's Pigeon Dunks in there, there's Paris Dunks in there, and apparently the stuff in the actual cage there was the actual owner's personal collection. I said, oh, so it's all just display? And they said, oh, no, you're happy to offer. And I said, look, I ain't got 100 grand for a pair of shoes. Oh, sorry. And she goes, oh, that's okay. Who has 100 grand for a pair of shoes like that? That the what the dunks, let's just work out. I don't know where my phone is, but we're gonna go get that. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna work out just in that cage alone with what I saw, what I remember that I saw, the type of price in that, because it's insane. I already know the Paris Dunks are like 100 grand. When I googled it, one size, somebody wanted 200 grand. So when I used to work in retail, I used to look at, you know, square space and what that square space was selling or whatever, or how much it turned over, or how much like value you could get out of that square area. That little cage, if you sell one pair, like the rent's paid up for 2 years. It's nuts. Let me get my phone and let's get into this.
7 hours later.
Okay, we're going to be going on to StockX. We'll go Paris Dunk. Now, I don't know what sizes these are. They could be all types of sizes. It could just be a case of whatever he had, you know what I mean? So we're just whatever comes up. Yeah, it's going to be vague because we don't have the sizes, but let's start off with the Yellow Lobster. Yellow Lobster SB Dunk. When I first go onto this, and we'll screenshot this, there's only 2 for sale. That's crazy in itself, right? 2 for sale. 95 grand for a size 6, and 95 grand for a size 8. So that's insane. Now, to be fair, the last one sold for 30. Highest bid is at 11. Something is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. That's just it. Alright, Blue Lobster. And I want to say the Blue Lobster came in the bags and everything, so I think it could be a special box Blue Lobster. I'm not sure. But Blue Lobster's not as crazy. You're looking about 5.5. Still pretty crazy for a pair of shoes, if we're being honest. Depending on size, though, we bounce between... Okay, 5 grand's probably the lowest, and we go right up to 56 grand for an 11.5. Where the highest bid is 1900, last sale is 3.6. 56, you're probably kidding yourself, buddy. Me personally, I'm not paying $1,000 for a pair of shoes, let alone that. Let's go Red Lobster. 12 grand. Is that the lower? Yeah. Okay, we bounce from say 3 grand to 93 grand depending on size. That's a bit crazy. So far those 3 pairs, we rounded out, let's say averages or whatever. First one was like 95. Next one, let's say 10, right? So 105 grand right there. The red, they were bouncing around, we'll say 5 on that, so that's 115. $115,000 in 3 pairs of shoes. That's it. That's a lot of money. Alright, so we'll get away from the lobsters. Let's go to the City Pack. I think it was called City Pack.
7 hours later.
No, that is what it's called. Alright, so obviously they don't have it on StockX. I know, that's something different. Can't even find them. I'm sure I did find them though. Pack here may be releasing this year. and hasn't released. I don't know. I can't find anything on this. Initially I did. I'm sure I did. But it's essentially like a Fragment Dunk High. One is a Chicago colorway and the other is... it's like a blue? Yeah, it's like a blue and white. I'm sure I found them on there, but let's... obviously they're fucking priceless, so... yeah, I initially thought they were fake. I'd never seen them. I don't remember ever hearing about them, but 2010, I wasn't really paying attention to dunks like that. Although I think my Washington dunks might have come around that time, so I don't know. Freddy Krueger. That will definitely be on here, and it will be going for a Mozza. Yeah, wow. 188,000, 127,000, 186,000. Now, the highest one was what, 188,000. The highest bid's only like 12,000. So the story with these is they were canned, they couldn't get the license, they were meant to be burned. That's why they're all covered in oil. But people grabbed them before they set a light to them. So that's the only way you got them. More stolen pairs, but you know, let's call that. Last sale was 27. But there's 40,000, 10,000, 5,000. Let's say, oh, we want date. Let's say they're worth, rounded out, 30 grand. It's insane. It's insane for a pair of shoes. Like, you wear them once, bam, you lost money. It's like a car, you take it off the lot, bam, you lost money. What the Dunk. Let's look at the What the Dunk. Now these are all just sitting there and they're happy to take an offer. Crazy. Now this isn't the What the Paul that released quite recently. This is the What the Dunk. So you're bouncing around like it's only 4 pairs available of this, so again, super rare. Last sale was 30 grand. You got size, you know, 7, 16 and a half, right up to size 11 and a half is 50 grand. Insane. Absolutely insane. Now the Jeff Staple Pigeon Dunk, if you don't know the story about this, it was released, people, or attempted to be released, people lined up and there was like a riot in the streets because people may or may not have been able to get the shoe. $79,000 to $186,000. Absolutely insane. Last pair sold for 58. This pair's selling for 8,000, 10,000, 27,000, 58,000. So it's absolutely insanity for a pair of shoes. But like I said, you want to see these pairs, you'll never, like, your average sneakerhead's never gonna see these pairs in person. That's why I feel like stores like this have these kind of displays. Like when I was in Melbourne, the Kicks TW, they had a bunch of signed stuff and cool stuff you'll never see. These, I've seen them in person and they're incredible. They're honestly incredible. Now, would I ever pay anywhere near to that for a pair of shoes? No. I don't even like paying $20 over retail for a pair of shoes. I'm not paying 100 grand for them. But it is incredible to see them and the curation of it, you know. These collections, whether it be a store and you know you can purchase them or whatever, but being able to go in store and seeing all these shoes that you only ever see images of, it's crazy. Good luck trying to sell a pair because, you know, usually StockX is one price and then like resale stores will bump it up because they got to pay rent and all this type of stuff. So I'd hate to see what the prices are on that. I mean, they had a pair of Air Jordan 1 Chicago's signed by Michael Jordan. Like, I can't imagine what type of coin they want for that. Air Jordan 1s last forever. They don't perish or crumble like Air Max or certain other Jordans. So that could be on the mantelpiece for a very long time. There's no real shelf life. I mean, if you saw the 85s from the sneaker meetup, it lasts basically forever. I don't know. What do you guys think? Had you seen this store before? Were you aware of it? Did you stumble onto it similarly to how I did? So I'll be honest, when I looked down there, it kind of looked like a barber shop, but then I'm like, hang on a minute, this barber shop has shoes on the back of the wall. Not a barber shop. But this has been another episode of Creased. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We'll be back twice a week. Peace.
I wish I said the grilled onions.
Oh,
This tastes fucking raw. I don't know if I'd pay $40 for this again.